Hey, this is Mike. You want to see a really small cook stove? It's all in here. I'll show you. So it's kind of like an unboxing, I suppose. It's the little kit. Now you've seen this before, but not used in this way. I've always used it as a windshield and a pot stand. Today we're actually just going to cook with just this. And I'm going to use the little plate that comes with it for solid fuel. And here's the solid fuel plate that goes inside the windscreen. I think I've showed this to you once before, but we never cooked on it this way. And that's the bottom. This is the top. This is the same either way. It's right in the middle. Pot goes right on top. See, there's going to bug crawl on the lens. Let's just see. Let's just see what he's going to do. Some kind of ladybuggish kind of thing. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anyway, that's what we're doing with some Esbit 27-gram solid fuel. For those of us who are not metrically inclined, that's about an ounce. That's 0.95 of an ounce. And, you know, 10 to 15 minutes of burn time is supposed to be in here. Just going to put it right in top. We'll light her up. We'll cook us a little meal here. I'm just going to go right into the dirt. This is an Esbit solid fuel cooking block. And I like these. They're the largest, not the largest ones they sell. They were the largest ones they sold when I bought it. I'm going to just take it out without it falling apart. We'll put that right inside there. And a little piece. Let's try to put it back right where it belongs. We'll go ahead and get it started. Now, one of the things you may find interesting about solid fuel is that sometimes it's a little more difficult to get it lit than you would like for it to be. So I'm going to show you how I do it. I got some matches in my little waterproof container. These come out once every couple of years. Let's just use one of these. This is one of those survival matches. When you put it on the fuel to light it, you know, just laying it on it just means all the heat's up and it may not actually start it. You want to lay it down across the fuel tab. See, we'll go in like this. We'll lay it across the fuel tab. I think this one will probably start with no trouble at all. You lay it right here is what I'm going to do. Well, dang, this thing's almost as old as my kids. Just lay that fuel tab right in there. See, and that's what happened. I laid it down and it snuffed itself out. And that's what most people run into. I may have used all of my matches now. There we go. But I'm going to lay it at an angle and it should burn up the match. Yeah, it looks like it's already lit. We'll give it time to do its thing while we prep our pot. It's something that a lot of people do when they're out in the woods. They switch over, you know, instead of steaks and chicken and whatever else, they do a little thing of noodles. Now, this is one of those cups. It's one of those big cups. But I kind of broke it down. I took it out of the cup because I don't like carrying those things around. And it amazingly all fit right into this little canister. Let's put it in there. Now, the reason I'm putting it in first is because I need to know how much water to put in. We got a flame, and then we're just going to put enough water to float that. If it's level enough, it should just sit right there. I'll keep it with the burn time, and then I'm going to put the top on it. I don't normally use solid fuel tabs, but I do like them for things like this. It's very compact, easy to use, and I'm just cooking this one thing. I'm not making coffee today. I have something else for that. And we'll wait and see how long it takes. Let's see how it's doing. See, it's burning. Which way is the flame going to come out? Let's see if we can turn it this way so the handle doesn't get scorching hot. See, it says Esbit. It's upside down. We'll set it off so that the water won't knock it off of the Put a little more water in there. There we go. I like a lot of soup and broth. Now I've had these little beef things at home, and they're okay. But I like to add a little Mikey flavor enhancer to it. Of course I do. Okay. Just a little. The problem with hexamine fuel tabs, and I'm not sure that's what this is, I didn't read up, it's just what most of them are, is that they stink. I have a few extra ones that I packed. There it is. Okay, so this is a little box. I keep a few tabs in. See, there's like 3 in here now. They'll hold 4. One of them's in there. And this is your fuel for 4 meals. That's it. No canisters, no anything. After that, I guess you're cooking on a fire. That alternative drink that I told you about today, you may have seen these. Twinkies. Iced latte, artificially flavored coffee. Let's just mix it up real nice. Yeah, 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 yeah. There you go. It's warm, so I don't need another coffee. I had my quota this morning, probably. It tastes like a Twinkie in coffee. It's pretty cool stuff. Generally when you're cooking noodles, they say just to heat the water, pour it over, wait 3 minutes, eat and enjoy. I've never found that to be the case. They're always not completely hydrated. My friend Bear talks about that in a lot of the meals that he does. If it says 10 minutes, go 15. If it says 15, go 20. You're gonna need to have that buffer in there for it to really get hydrated really well. Okay, so you see that is totally out. I'll give you a time burn stamp on it. I'm going to assume that if I had to cook water for coffee, I just throw another tab in there, light her up, we're ready to go. There. Now let me show you what it is. There's a half a cup. There's this much noodles. It's a sizable little meal. I don't think you're going to get fat off of it, but this is the $1 store. So I bought 3 cups of beef flavored noodles for $1.25, and I think that's a really good treat. So I have the Out D windscreen pot support solid fuel plate. See the holes? That also fits the Trangia spirit burner. Works out great. We'll put it in its pouch. Try to do it kind of up here so you can see what I'm doing. I slide that in. Then I just use one Esbit 27 gram, and it will just tuck right into the packet like this. It's not thick. There's my fuel and my stove, my pot rest, whatever you want to call it, and I'm good to go for at least one meal, and then carry your extras. So I got my noodles ready. Let me see how they did. Oh, that's good. I hope you like that idea of doing a ultralight, micro ultralight, just what you need for the number of the 4 meals, however many fuel packs you bring with you. That's how many meals you're going to get to cook on that particular situation. And you can always have your Trangia as a backup or whatever you want to do. This is Mike with Mike's Wild World. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think about that micro little setup there with just a big 27 gram fuel tab. Again, that's almost 1 ounce of fuel, and I don't know what it ran. I'm fixing to show it to you right now. Boom! That's how long it lasted. So multiply that by over how much cooking you got to do, okay? See you next time. Thanks for watching. That's a pipe full of goodness.
Like and subscribe if you can, and leave a comment. It's a wild world, so get out there, and thanks for watching.